Today is the Arizona and Michigan primaries. Polls say Rick Santorum and Mitt Romney are running neck to neck. There are a lot of people who say that Rick Santorum couldn't win a general election. A lot of people said the same thing about George W. Bush. So I am not holding it against them. I think that in this economy, it's going to get worse. The gas. I believe that Rick Santorum would have a shot, and that scares the living daylights out of me. So I wanted to quote a couple quotes from you. This one is Santorum praising income inequality.
Income inequality in America, there always has been, and hopefully, and I do say that, there always will be. Why? Because people rise to different levels of success based on what they contribute to society and to the marketplace. And that's as it should be. And we shouldn't have a society that has a president who envies or creates class warfare or envy between one group of people and another. We should celebrate like we do in the small towns all across America, as you do here in Detroit. You celebrate success. You build...
I am not against success. President Obama is not against success. What he's against is that the income inequality is so big. And it's not about envy, it's about justice. I mean, look at this. And these are just stats in 2007. It got worse. In 1976, so which is 1%, earned 8.9% of all the country's income. Now it's 23.5%. The lowest fifth on the income ladder saw a decreased income of 4.1% between 1979 and 2008. In the same period, the incomes of the top 5% increased 73%. CEOs went from about 30 times what they got in the 1960s to 300%. And really, did CEOs increase that much in productivity? And the thing is, this is rewarding greed. This isn't about envy. This is about greed. This is about the rich fool trying to store his wealth. This is about the mocking of the poor. I mean, just go to BibleGateway.com and search poor and rich. I mean, Proverbs 28:6, better the poor whose walk is blameless than the rich whose ways are always perverse. Those who give to the poor will lack nothing, but those who close their eyes to them receive many curses. Speak up and judge fairly. Defend the rights of the poor and needy. And I mean, it's not just individuals, it's about the judges who were leaders. I mean, I could go on, and what Luke said, blessed are you who are poor, for yours is the kingdom of God, but woe to you who are rich. It is not a sin to be rich, but it is a sin to be greedy. And this is another quote. From Rick Santorum.
Oh, that this country was founded on a Judeo-Christian ethic, but the Judeo-Christian ethic was a Protestant Judeo-Christian ethic. Sure, the Catholics had some influence, but this was a Protestant country and the Protestant ethic. Mainstream, mainline Protestantism. And of course, we look at the shape of mainline Protestantism in this country, and it is a shambles. It is gone from the world of Christianity, as I see it.
As I see it, it's gone. So he's basically saying I'm not a Christian. I mean, that's basically what he's saying. I've been born again. God entered my spirit, and I saw that life has meaning. I saw that Jesus is the way to clean our souls. But I belong to Presbyterian Church USA, so therefore I can't be a Christian. Yes, some churches in my denomination are way too liberal. The UCC even questions the resurrection. But we are doing God's work. My church, and I'm not saying this to boast, I'm just saying this, we are in the community. We help the poor. We clothe the naked. We have mission partners across the world. And to say that, I could say that evangelical Christianity, fundamentalist Christianity has won off the face of the earth as I know it. That they are all about worshiping the golden calf, the idol of money, and the false idol of the flag, of the state, of the power of American exceptionalism. I can't judge his heart. But I say judge us by our fruit. And as I see the fruit of mainline Christianity is much more spirit-filled than the fruit of Rick Santorum, of Newt Gingrich. This is my last quote. I just have to warn you, it may make you want to throw up.
Speech, and I almost threw up. James Madison, make you want to throw up? Perfect remedy. Well, yeah, well, absolutely. To say that people of faith have no role in the public square, you bet that makes you throw up. What kind of country do we live in that says only people of non-faith can come in the public square and make their case?
I don't want my president to be ignorant of history. In 1960, Rick Santorum would have a hard time running for president, just like JFK had a hard time running for president. And he was an immoral slimeball. He did some good policies. He kept us out of World War III, but he was an immoral slimeball. But before that was known, Protestants didn't want to vote for him, didn't want to support him because they were afraid that he would take orders from the Pope in Rome. So that's what he meant. The separation of church and state are absolute. The church won't dictate. A group of religious people will not dictate what the government does. It doesn't say, oh, you're a Christian, you shouldn't be involved in politics. No. Some of our great presidents were Christians and acted out of that Christian ethic. Woodrow Wilson was a Presbyterian pastor, I believe. Either that or he was a teacher at a Presbyterian college. Abraham Lincoln was a deep man of faith, even though he didn't adhere to a church. Jimmy Carter was hugely faithful, even though the modern Southern Baptists want to pillory him. He mentioned James Madison about throwing up. Well, Madison said this: strongly guarded as is the separation between religion and government in the Constitution of the United States, the danger of encroachment by eschatological bodies may be illustrated by precedents already furnished in their short history. He wrote this circa 1820. I must admit, moreover, that it may not be easy in every possible case to trace the line of separation between the rights of religion and the civil authority with such distinctives as to avoid collisions and doubts on essential points. The tendency to a usurpation on one side or the other, to a corrupting coalition or alliance between them, will be best guarded against by entire abstinence of the government from interference in any whatever way beyond the necessity of preserving public order and protecting each sect against trespasses on its legal rights by others. So, Rick Santorum I'm afraid he might be a theocratist. I know a lot of people who are supporting him are. Dominionists believe that Christians should control the world. But with these Christians, I would rather America be run by an atheist Muslim. Of course, I'm joking. I don't believe he's an atheist Muslim. Actually, an atheist Muslim kind of cancel each other out. I mean, I believe that he's a Christian. I believe that he should have spoke up against what Reverend White was saying. I mean, he's just as bad as Franklin Graham or Brian Fisher. Just as bad. I mean, it may be coming from a love of the poor, but still. So I just had to make this video because this has been bothering me for a while. And the thing is, I pray to God that he won't become president. I also pray that his eyes will be opened and he will no longer serve the whore of Babylon. And I'm not saying that as saying the Catholic Church. I'm saying that as the church, the religious elites who have commingled, who have married with the economic elites, the Rick Santorums, the Koch brothers, and the Franklin Grahams. God bless.